Gigguk has been on YouTube for way too long. How long have you guys been watching Gigguk? Even myself, I don't know when it started, but definitely my first way into knowing who he is was, like seasonal anime of this and having a compilation where, he has the intro, then he has a bunch of joke lines for every single new seasonal anime that he introduces, right? That was kind of like always his main product.
Kind of realized that we're coming up next year. We were like planning what we're going to be doing next year. Next year is going to be our 5 years of Trash Taste.
That's crazy because even Trash Taste is relatively new. Their podcast, which is just so successful.
5 years, guys. Can
Wow.
you believe that? Holy shit. Where the hell did 5 years go for one single podcast? That
When you lock in, time flies, man. And the older you get, the faster time seems to move. And the more that you do things on a repetitive basis, like for me, example, right? 1 year has already passed to 2024. I mean, I started to do, of course, 1 year has passed. That's, of course, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that I started full-time streaming in June. I remember quitting back in June and locking in. Bro, 6 months passed by so fast because I was in such a routine. Every day is a systematic way of handling shit. And the more that you get caught up in like a routine thing, every day just kind of like starts to blur. So you gotta like switch it up and do something different to kind of make you appreciate the present.
went very, very fast. So we were planning if we were going to be doing just our usual Trash Taste Awards, or maybe we're going to do something a little bit more. Who knows? Who knows? But I think we do want to do something special for our 5-year anniversary and actually hit our 5-year anniversary, because
Cool.
I've missed every single anniversary for my own YouTube channel. It's getting to that point now where it's just getting depressing. It's no longer a celebration.
I don't even celebrate my anniversaries. I don't even celebrate my milestones of subscriber count. None of that shit matters to me because I don't know. It's again, there's nothing wrong with celebrating. And even Gigguk right now is leading into, getting celebrating gets depressing because it's like another year of your life gone. A lot of people don't like celebrating their birthdays because rather than it being a celebration of all the great things that you've accomplished over how many years, or even the most recent year, they view it as, shit, I'm 1 year closer to death. And it's definitely like two sides of the same coin, where you can be idealistic and optimistic, and if you're believing yourself and you've been working towards like a greater goal, you feel proud of your accomplishments. I feel kind of that way right now. 2024 has been the greatest amount of growth I've ever had on YouTube. Truly, like back in January, I didn't even know I could do this full time. But because of the strategies that I've been telling you in the performance review channel, 1 year, we've pretty much like 10x'd our channel, which is fucking crazy to me.
For my own personal YouTube channel. I missed my 5-year YouTube anniversary. I missed my 10-year YouTube anniversary. And now we're coming up to 18 years. And I'm like, this ain't a celebration
18 years Gigguk's been on YouTube.
anymore. It's just depressing
His YouTube channel is older than some of you.
how long I've been on the platform. I don't want to have an anniversary reminding me that I've literally spent half of my lifetime on this platform.
But like, why not? Half of his lifetime. Gigguk's 36. But like, why not? It's like, I don't know. Again, it's a philosophical thing where some people see this number, 18. 18 years of my life has been spent on YouTube. But you view it as a negative thing because it's like a grim reminder that you're getting old. But that's like a very doomer way of approaching things, right? You could also recognize that over those 18 years, look at the community that I built. Look at the positive influence that I've had on people. Look at the amount of love and support that I've gotten, but also given towards this one, hobby that we all enjoy, anime. But it's, again, some people have just more like a negative outlook whenever time is on the line, as it is a reminder that half your life is fucking passed on this platform.
What the hell? 18? Yes. Next year, it is going to be my YouTube channel's 18-year birthday from the first upload. The definition of terminally online. Hey, if we're
True.
terminally online, at least we can get paid for being terminally
Yes, terminally online, at the very least, he's actually making money off of it rather than random fucking Twitter accounts screeching and yelling into the void.
online, We matured. I mean, I would like to think
Twaddle, and this looks like my chat. What are you watching next Railgun episode?
I mean, I would like to think I've matured. I don't know how long you guys have been watching me or watching my stuff, but I hope.
Yeah, I don't know. When did I start watching it? It started off with just like, anime of this season, where he would upload those, seasonal videos, and he'd introduce all these different anime titles. That's how when I started watching. But I don't exactly know when that shit started.
Hopefully you guys have also matured. It's always like the fucking weirdest thing whenever I go to anime conventions and people are like, "You got me."
I finished by thanks to you. I've been a big fan, Gigguk. I finished college. I got married. I have kids now, and those kids are gonna have grandsons now. And wow, I just can't believe that you've been here throughout the entire journey, Gigguk. And it's like, bruh. You know what I mean? Maybe the grandkids are a little bit too much of an exaggeration, but it's like, god damn, you have been watching me since you were a little toddler, and now you're a grown-ass man, and this is like, what the fuck?
Me through high school, and now I'm graduating university, and I'm like,
wait till they come back and say, I have kids now. You're like, oh shit.
I mean, I'm grateful, but me. I can always tell.
Yeah, for sure, right? One side of the positive outlook is, I'm glad my content was there for you when you wanted some sort of, escape route from the pressures of life and you had fun. That's great. But also the reminder that, god damn, you basically just went through all of high school and university, and now you're here and you're still watching. And it reminds me that I'm kind of like, I'm getting old, my time is passing.
Oh, how long they've been a fan by how they refer to me. Some people are just like, "Oh, I love you on Trash Taste." I'm like, "Thanks, man."
That's
some
recent.
people call me Gant. That probably means that
Old
they
viewers
are a Trash Taste viewer. They came in on the Trash Taste
okay.
years. And then some people are just like, "Yo, I got into Fate thanks to you," and I'm like, "Oh."
Yo, the Fate video we watched. Remember when Gigguk used to make skits, bro? Remember that shit? Bro, that Fate explained me. That's old as fuck it is.
You watch my Fate skits, and they're like, "No, you got me into
even the Twaru skit, right? Even the Twaru video explaining Twaru.
the Fate because of your Fate Zero review," and I'm like, "Holy fucking shit!" That was like 13 years ago, man. They're like, "Yeah, I've been a fan since the Anime Zone days." I'm like,
the fuck is Anime Zone?
"Oh no!" That's how I know they've been around for
I genuinely don't know what Anime Zone is. That's past my time.
so long. And on the very niche of them, they're like, "Yo, man, I remember the old Potaku days, man. The
Potarku days? What is all this? It's some old lore. Anime Zone is late 2000s. Oh my god. His old channel name? It used to be Anime Zone? Whoa, Gigguk lore.
Potaku days. I'm the OG. I'm an OG fan. All the way back to Potaku, Ava Bridge, all that shit, man. And that's how I know that they're as old as me. Not many people remember that I've been part of multiple podcasts in my whole career. I loved Potaku, got me through my college years, bro.
Damn. How old is he now? If that was Potaku was college years, he must be almost having grandkids.
Potaku got me through my college years, man. I was in college when I had Potaku. Shit, man. Fellow grandpa here. Have I found myself a fellow grandpa? Yo. Yo, same age, man.
I don't even think 36 is old though. Like, people have this twisted perception that once you turn 30 or once you turn 20, right? It's like 18, 19-year-old kids think that you're just unk now. You're grandpa and you're gonna die. Your body ceases to function. Like, I think that even like people in their like 40s could be relatively young. I think the turning point probably happens around like 50. At a certain point, once your body can't, retain muscle mass, and that's why like resistance training is so important. By the way, we're going completely off tangent, but the importance of resistance training, which basically means working out and growing muscle. You know why it's so important is because your body, once it gets past a certain point, can no longer retain muscle mass, and if you don't have muscle, your body just fucking deteriorates. I don't work out to look good. That's one part of it, but I work out to like set myself for the future so that I can be mobile. I don't have to be in a fucking wheelchair. I don't have these like injuries that makes me not even walk or be able to go to the grocery store. Like, that's why like retaining muscle is so important, because again, once you get like hit like a certain threshold of age, like muscle starts to just go away, and that's when it gets scary.
Fellow Grandfather in chat, 40-year-olds bonding. Been watching since 2013. Holy shit. Thanks for still covering anime after so many years.
Aw.
You basically made me appreciate anime a lot more.
Wow.
Oh, damn. 2013. You got in during my very first anime year.
Anime Zone, Anime 2013 Part 1. 1.6 million views. Jesus Christ. I recognize Levi. I don't know who the one on the left is, and the one on the right is that the incest anime? No. It might be? No. Maybe not.
Year in review. My very first anime year in review was 2013, and I'm still doing anime year in reviews, and it's changed a lot.
That's pretty much it. And I think the overall lesson, no, get out of here, Baldy.
Kind of real.
I think the overall lesson is that, like, as obviously the years progress, you will get older and older. And a lot of people, they don't even want to like celebrate or recognize their birthdays because they're scared, right? It's like, oh my God, I haven't done anything and time's passing. But time passing is an inevitable thing that you should not be worried about. Why are you worrying about something you can't change? And rather than worrying, you should try to think about why are you worried? Because time passes and you're going to die? Okay, fine. That's for everybody though. But some people can appreciate what they've done over the years and celebrate it, right? Which means fundamentally, you're worried, you're upset because you were slothful. You were slothful, as Betelgeuse would say. You didn't do anything that actually, you didn't take steps to accomplish the goals that you set out, maybe on New Year's or something. And that's why I think that New Year's resolution is also fucking bullshit. Because a New Year's resolution doesn't happen on New Year's. It's a fundamental way of living, a lifestyle where you're continuously taking small steps every day. I'm not saying like just do something crazy over a day and just build a business. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying get your dream job, get into your dream school in one day. That's impossible. But in order to get to these bigger goals, you need to have small goals that you can take step-by-step process, right? And also, I think that the whole gym aspect, I was just talking about muscle mass and shit. I think it's so important that you go to the gym or at least do something active, because one of the best things about the gym is that it's the most fair and equal place in the world, as in you get in what you put out, right? If you put in 40% of effort, if you skip gym, guess what? Your body's not going to fucking react to it. But the more consistent you are, the more you see the results. And it makes you proud. It makes you confident. You get addicted to that success, but it also forces a sense of discipline. Discipline is so important because it allows you to have this work ethic where when motivation dies down, in 3 a.m, you might have a random motivational moment where you feel like you can do something. You feel like, oh, I've got to figure it out. I'm going to do that thing that I've been holding off. The next day it dies off because motivation is spontaneous. But that's when discipline kicks in, right? Motivation is very fast coming and fast going, but discipline will be there if you have something that keeps you disciplined. And the gym is a perfect example of that. And like a fundamental start where by simply going, not only are you physically becoming more healthy, you can now think clearer, right? You're also seeing the results, and that makes you confident. And now that confidence then translates outside of the gym and into different facets of your life where you feel like you can actually do something. And once all of these things come together, little small building blocks, one by one, you start achieving goals and you feel proud of yourself. And then at a certain point, maybe you won't be so doomer about the past year because you didn't do anything significant. Now, let's take that example of basically what I said is the reason you feel bad about years passing is because you did nothing with your life. Well, that's not really the case with Gigguk, right? Gigguk is an extremely, extremely rich person. He's so successful. It's unreal the amount of, business success he had by, operating under anime content. But why would it feel like this now? My assumption is that at a certain point, what's the difference of making 5 million or 6 million a year? Once you've been so successful for such a long time, it's just a baseline for him. And now he wants to do something else, right? Like, he is making money that we can't even imagine, but it's not about the money for him at that point. Maybe in the beginning, when he left BBC in order to start his business and his work on his brand, and he reached a level of success he never imagined, I bet that year he felt very proud and accomplished and was happy about it. But once everything is on that level, then it becomes the new norm and you feel like nothing is changing, and therefore you become more doomer again because, shit, another year's has passed, yet the money's coming in, but like I feel like I haven't done anything to really, I don't know, better myself or try different things. So I guess at the end of the day, it's about like trying new goals, having new goals and doing it so that you feel fresh every day rather than being stuck in a cycle or even just being stagnant. Having different goals to change the scenery will make you more appreciative of the present and maybe less doomer about it. Yeah, what comes after crossing the finish line? Exactly. Here's a funny story. In my time in college, the most important thing to me in college was to rank top 50 of my cohort because there's only 50 spots for co-op. Co-op basically means internship. You get into this program where it's so important that you get an internship at one of these big, tech companies in order to, land a fucking job after graduating. The only thing that I obsessed about was be top 50. Nothing else fucking matters. And I sacrificed everything and focused on one thing, just like what I'm doing with YouTube and my brand right now. And I accomplished that goal. And I thought I'd be so happy. And I was happy. When I got that email and I was like, you've been accepted, I was really happy. But a couple months passed and I felt so depressed. Because again, what comes after reaching the finish line? When you have these goals and you work really hard and you accomplish it, you will have a burst of dopamine. You will have a burst of, accomplishment feeling and you're happy. But that goes away real quick because you have to continuously set new goals for yourself. Because if you don't, you reach a plateau and everything feels like numb again. So just having different small goals that you're working towards, I think will definitely like keep your life more exciting, fun, different, so that you don't feel like you're stuck in a rut and every day feels the same. Please go check out Mr. SleepyClips. Here's the link to the video and I'll see you guys next time.